Now I'm going to begin this by saying that SmackDown Live this week was ridiculous, to say the least, because of all the shit that went on. Some of it funny, some of it just off the charts, inexcusably ridiculous. And I'll get to what I think is ridiculous later. The show starts off with Dolph Ziggler coming out as your new Intercontinental Champion. Bravo. He got it off that jizzard. Got it off the jizz, the Miz, whatever. There was a "You deserve it" chant. And Dolph was saying, "We did it." Okay? And yeah, he ran down like he was second guessing himself, and fans and the universe and his family was coming up to him saying, "Why are you doing this?" And he said that he had to because he said when he rocked down that ramp at No Mercy, he said that he had to win, and the squared circle is where he fucking belonged, in the WWE squared circle. So, out comes former Intercontinental Champion Maurice and the Miz. Okay. They're both wearing black, and they mourn the death of the Intercontinental Championship. Oh boy. The death of the IC title was when they had it. It's when the Miz and Maurice had it. That was the death of the Intercontinental Championship. Okay? That's what this Ziggler revitalized it. If anyone is going to say differently, I welcome the challenge, because the Miz didn't do fucking anything at all to deserve any championship, much less the Intercontinental Championship in this run. He didn't do any fucking thing. But anyway, because he proceeds to say, he goes on to say that he brought prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, God. I wanted to throw my fucking remote control at my television for that, because it's like, what? You didn't fucking do anything. Your wife was there. You had help. Motherfucker, you had triple threat or fatal four ways or things like that, where all those motherfuckers did all the fucking work. And then you would pick up the residue. You would pick up the scraps. And you didn't even put on a fucking classic match alone, as usual. That's just the Miz's MO, okay? He doesn't do that. And No Mercy was no exception. You see all the things that they threw at Ziggler, and Ziggler still won. After all that, but anyway, yeah. Funny part. Now here's where the funny parts begin about this show. Because there were some of them, but there were some ridiculous parts. But this is one of the funny parts. Yes, Ziggler shows on the big screen, on the Titantron, when he pinned the Miz and when the Miz was actually crying. And then he was like, "Are you going to cry right now?" There was even a "You were crying" chant from the crowd. Brilliant. Love that. And the Miz goes on the tirade. I did so much work to get that. I imagine what I'll do to get it back. You didn't even fucking work in the fucking first place. All my work, all my sacrifice. You didn't fucking do any of that shit in the fucking ring. You fucker. I'm not done with you, and neither are them. Cue the fucking Spirit Squad. Oh. Oh, God. So, wait a minute. Are they actually part of the roster? Are they actually going to be a part of the tag team ranks now? It seems that way. It wasn't just a 1 or 2 time thing. It looks like they're pasted on this fucking roster now. Because now there's a triple threat match between Dolph Ziggler and the Spirit Squad, which Ziggler asked for, according to the commentators. And, okay, Ziggler wins, even with Miz outside, distractions, and everything else. Ziggler still fucking wins. And right afterwards, of course, Miz gets in the ring and attacks Ziggler. And does dick-licking finale. And then when the Spirit Squad were going to do the dead men's, the poor lift up with only 2 people, it's no. Rhino and Heath Slater comes out for the save, and I'm like, okay, wait. This is the tag team champions here, and they're coming out to defend the Spirit Squad away. What does that mean? Don't tell me that the Spirit Squad is the next in line for the Tag Team Championship. I certainly hope not. That would be ridiculous. Okay? No. Fuck that. Alright? No. So it was kind of funny how it was a commercial break, and when it came back on, promoting WWE 2K, they showed the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in real form and in gaming form. Yeah, with Ziggler winning the Intercontinental Championship on the video game, which was okay. That was a good sell. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but I don't know. But yeah, that was a pretty good sell, a pretty good commercial. So Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon challenges Raw for Survivor Series 5-on-5 matches. 3 of them. The best males versus their best males. The best tag teams versus their best tag teams. The best females for the best females. Okay, 5-on-5. 5 tag teams, 5 tag teams. 5 women, 5 women. Fucking brilliant. I hope this shit happens, but what will that do for the championships? Will championships get put on the line? Because, I mean, let's face it. If you're going to have 5-on-5 matches like that, especially with the women's and the tag teams, the champions have to fucking be involved. They just fucking have to. So don't count on those titles being defended at that time. This is just for bragging rights, I guess. Maybe the Universal and WWE World Championship and maybe the mid-card title. No, the mid-card titles. I don't see those being defended either because of the fucking who's going to be on their teams. I don't know. It just, yeah. But Raw being challenged by Smackdown, good fucking idea. I'm all for that because Survivor Series needs to be about 5-on-5 matches. It just does. That's what the Survivor Series was created for in the fucking first place. So they need to keep that. And Raw versus SmackDown, and not just 1 5-on-5 matches, at least 3. Good fucking job there. Oh, Carmella versus Naomi, and Naomi wins. Ridiculous. Okay? That's fucking ridiculous. Naomi just beat Alexa at No Mercy. It really fucks me up saying that. Because it's ridiculous. Carmella and Alexa came from NXT and they were supposed to be, hyped up to be the next great thing as far as these ladies wrestlers, especially as heels. And you have them lose to Naomi, the Funkadactyl, the one that hasn't been shit. Okay? I don't know how else to put that, except it's ridiculous. Okay? So, Chad Gable versus Jimmy Uso. The way that, the match was pretty good. It was pretty good and pretty standard with their tag team partners outside of the ring. But the way this ends is Chad Gable gets rolled up in the corner by Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso basically goes underneath the bottom rope, slits his body in, and has his feet helping Jimmy Uso get the pin. And I'm like, you mean to tell me that the referee doesn't fucking see that? Look, I understand that WWE is a show and all, but once again, that's ridiculous. It is. So the Usos keep one-upping American Alpha in any way, shape, or form. Again, I understand the heel tactic and all, but when I saw that, I was like, okay, that's ridiculous. It was the way it looked. It wasn't just like he pushed or held it. No, he put his fucking lower body in there. And I'm just like, wait a second. No, come on. You could have been more, hidden than that. I did get a laugh out of it, though, even though how ridiculous it was. Speaking of ridiculous, now, the next segment goes into the next match of the show. AJ Styles comes out And of course, he brags. He has his victory celebration. He beat Ambrose and Cena at the same time. Yeah, he kept iterating that. He played the crowd. Yeah, cheer for me? No, this is a one-man bandwagon. Okay, cheer for John Cena. Oh no, he's off doing da-da-da. Oh yeah, cheer for Dean Ambrose. Oh yeah, you guys are stupid if you're going to cheer from him. That lunatic? No. Yeah, and he was going to introduce his next opponent because he selected this opponent. Dean Ambrose comes out, and no, that wasn't the opponent. So AJ Styles brings out James Ellsworth. Once again, ridiculous. But what happens later is ridiculous and comedy. Daniel Bryan makes the match, Styles versus Ellsworth, with Dean Ambrose as special guest referee. By that time, it's like, okay, I know where this is going, but why does it have to go here of all places? Dean Ambrose as this referee was pure comedy. It was. But it was also ridiculous because of who Styles' opponent was. James Ellsworth is worse than Colin Delaney. Okay? He's worse. At least Zach Gowen could wrestle and could do things. But James Ellsworth, man. Oh, man. Damn. AJ Styles loses to James Ellsworth. Of course, Dean Ambrose interacted. Of course, he gave 2 dirty deeds to AJ Styles, and he put Ellsworth on top of AJ Styles, and he did a fast count. He tried to do it. He did that shit twice. The first time he did it, AJ kicked out. And I was like, oh, maybe there's hope. Oh, wait, this is WWE. No, there's no fucking hope here. James Ellsworth defeats AJ Styles in a non-title match. Ridiculous. I don't give a fuck how you try to spin that. But they even say that, it's just comedy and ridiculous. I mean, look, Dean Ambrose was the comedy. It was. In that match, him being a referee. But the outcome is so ridiculous that the comedy just doesn't replace what was ridiculous about that. It just doesn't. Oh, speaking of ridiculous, Randy Orton and Kane versus Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. The way this match ended was ridiculous. Randy Orton was about to go and tag Kane. And they do the whole Bray Wyatt screen thing. And when it comes back, Luke Harper is standing there with his hand extended out. And it's like, what the fuck happened to Kane? You're telling me that Luke Harper just takes the form of Kane? Look, if that would have been, I don't know, Eric Rowan, then that would have at least made a little bit of sense. Take Kane out, and then Eric Rowan being over there to extend his hand, forming the Wyatt family, that would have at least made some sort of sense. But for Luke Harper to go over there, and for Kane to totally fucking disappear, and for Orton to turn around to eat Sister Abigail and get beat. I don't understand how that can be passable to people. It was ridiculous to me. So, you had your comedy points of SmackDown Live, but you had the ridiculousness as well. It wasn't a bad show per se, but it was so ridiculous at a lot of parts that I just named. I would like to get your thoughts about the show if you watched it. Please try to sell me some of that. Oh, and by the way, Daniel Bryan says he has an idea for Ellsworth next week, and Alexa Bliss is going to go against Naomi next week. And it's like, okay, at least Ellsworth is not as ridiculous as The Miz being a champion. But Ellsworth beating AJ Styles, yeah, that's over the top. That's pure garbage. That's ridiculous to me. I don't know. That's just Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I'm a wrestling fan. This is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.